So I'm in 24 hours of knowing that I do have a mass, that it's 2.5 centimeters, and that we don't know what it is. And I get to sit with that and see how I show up. And what's really interesting for me personally, I think what I'm feeling is peace. And that's really interesting to feel peace in this point. Acknowledge all of the different personal development and gratitude and perspective that I've had over the last decade. Instead of showing up maybe in more fear or worry, I feel like I get exponentially stronger so fast.
Here's the deal. We're two moms and we pop babies out in our 40s. And it's hard.
It was hard.
It's also the best thing that's ever happened to either one of us.
Yeah, but now we're moms in our 40s.
In our 40s.
With preschoolers. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's bring the community together of women.
All the moms, 40, 20.
And also, like, let's just talk about, like, real shit. Real life, real women shit.
Yeah, real women shit. Let's do that.
Shit's hard. And also, it's funny. Life is funny.
Let me just pull my bush out of my bush.
Cheers.
Cheers. Unfiltered.
Because if you want a show, we're a shit show. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Casey Kasem's Top 40. Good morning. Here you are, mature-ish mamas. Thank you for joining us this morning. We are so excited to have you on our Titty Talk, our TED Talk, Titty Talk. This is the one I'm going to...
just one.
Hey, welcome, guys. I'm Cal.
I'm Megs.
And that's how we're going to introduce ourselves when we see people at the gym from now on.
Today.
I just meant Cal and Megs, but we'll do that instead.
Good day.
You'll be like, I do not want to see those. Like, people would be like running from us at the gym. Maybe some of the guys won't, but you know, we only talk to the girls anyways. So.
No, I don't talk to any gentleman. Only the guy at the front desk.
Yeah.
And I say, good morning.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, now when Isaac's like cleaning or vacuuming, I'll be like going by and I'll interrupt him. Like, Isaac, morning, how are you? Because I just like to.
He's a sweet kid.
He is a sweet kid. There's some great people that work there, but we talk to the girls. We talk to the titty usually.
Yeah. Tit to tit.
Yep. That's just from the tip to the tit. Here's the deal. I like how we say here's the deal all the time.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the things that we say over and over again lately.
That's definitely, I have observed that myself. That is definitely a your family saying because John Carroll says it all the time.
Oh.
And
here's the deal. I remember that.
He does say that, but he says it a little different than you, but you guys use the same phrase.
Okay.
Listen, here's the deal. And you're like, here's the deal. So
and yours is amazing.
It's amazing.
Amazing. You know?
Amazing.
So in case you guys want a drinking game for the day, here's the deal.
It's amazing.
Amazing. Get your drinking face on for the titty episode. We already did the ass.
Suckle right from that tittle.
This is going to be a good one. We already did the ass episode. You guys got the colonoscopy news and we shared about that. So why wouldn't we share about our tit squish? And talk about all that today. That's what we're gonna do. And I looked up 0 facts. Did you look up any facts?
No, but that's about right for us.
Hey, Google it.
Google. Hey, Alexa, Siri.
She's gonna know. She's gonna be like, yes. What do you need? I'm on Do Not Disturb today.
Oh yeah, good job.
Yep. Yeah. You could Google. I mean, you could Google like how often you're supposed to get a mammogram and when you're supposed to start, or just ask your doctor because I don't know the answer. 40?
I'm
42,
pretty sure.
45?
I'm pretty sure it starts at 40.
Okay.
And then you do it yearly.
Well, and this is the one thing that I remember is I feel like the doctor was like, here's the deal. Drink, motherfucker, drink. You could either get it done every year and then have like different potential scares or different things, but also catch if something's wrong. Or you could have it every 5 years, but then you might miss something and then life might go wrong. And I was like, those both sound awful. Thank you for your offering and sharing with me all of the things that are before me.
Would you like this shit or this shit?
Or shall I take both shit sandwiches and smush them together? Did you get that? Did they tell you that?
Nope.
That's not
They told me come every year.
Okay.
They just said come every year.
Yeah.
And I get a reminder in my little health app.
Okay.
Like it's your time for your mammogram.
Come and get your tit squish done by me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it was time. It was time for us to do it again because if you know we're over 40. Mature-ish around here.
And we do things at the same time. So Megs was having hers. And of course I was like, yeah, me too. Let's go right back to back within the same couple weeks. Yeah. Because do things with your best friends. It's just better that way.
Just do everything with your best friends.
Yeah. Everything.
Everything.
Colonoscopies, titty squishes,
Vagina waxing.
Yes. Yep. The kitty sugar.
Kitty sugar in. Whatever you're doing, just invite somebody. But actually, it is really good because it does keep us accountable for taking care of ourselves and our bodies. And it's just like that nice little reminder, like, oh, I need to get that done too, which is great. So I scheduled my mammogram because I get a reminder from my app, which is great. So I went ahead and scheduled her up and went in and got her done. I go at like 6:30 in the morning because I got to go before John goes to work.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I get up there bright and early. Good morning, titty squishers. We're here this morning with Megan Lenfer.
Okay, I got to ask, when you walk to the ultrasound or the radiology, whatever the department that you go to for the tit squish, do you like automatically just jack with the ladies at the front? Because I have to.
So unfortunately, the way mine works is I go to the hospital place and they just like check you in. And then you have to sit in the main big room. And then someone just comes and gets you and takes you back. It's not that fun.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but no.
Meg's wanted me to wear tassels on my titties. So it's so much fun for me to like break the ice or just make it like slightly uncomfortable, but comfortable. Whereas like then they're just laughing and they're like, okay, like this is, we could have some fun with this.
I love that because in places like colonoscopy, like these real serious, but like yearly exams or what do we have to do? People are not in the best mood to go and do this stuff, or they're maybe a little bit nervous, or they definitely don't want to have a conversation. No, you know. And at
don't look at me. Don't
morning,
talk to me.
Yeah, it's like you're about to look at you're about to have eye to nipple, and I don't feel like I want to have a conversation with you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no. So I love that you just bring that to them because those people, that's their job. They usually don't get a lot of
day in and day out
fun interaction with the patients. So.
Yeah. So you kind of got to. Yeah. Okay. So you went at 6:30 and you.
Yeah, I went at 6:30. If you haven't gone yet, it's really not that bad. Like, I feel like everything has been like hyped up to be like this horrible experience. Colonoscopy, I had a great nap. I had a great.
I had a banger of a time.
I felt like I just like flushed my whole system out, had a nap, got to chat with my mom for like an hour while we were sitting in the waiting room, no kids.
A lot of good things.
A lot of great things. And then I got done and it was over. And then I went home and took another nap and it was fantastic.
And the best meal of your life.
Best meal of your life. So this one, the first time I was ever going, I was nervous that it was going to hurt really bad. And it didn't.
Did you practice first? Did you grab your boobs and squish them with your hand? Like, Johnny, squish this baby.
Squeeze it as hard as you can. I went to like the local freaking wrestling ring and I was like, okay, you guys get in here and squeeze all.
I'm practicing for my mammogram. It's next week.
Yeah, no, I didn't practice at all. I just sat in my worry.
About the squish.
Got there. And literally in and out, I had the best tech every time. That's what they do all day. So they're so good at it. Yeah. You get in, it's like, here, put this cape on, but opens in the front.
Mm-hmm. Was yours pink?
It was pink.
Yeah, that makes me feel good.
I know. And I do think
pink on.
And I love how it's like, they really are trying to make you feel modestly comfortable. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, just take out one breast and like and I'm like, I don't need this on. Like, I can just have them both out. It's just easier, faster. Everybody's like,
this is me too. Like the same exact response where I was like, well, you are going to be looking at my titty. I said, you have seen a titty before, right? You're going to be looking at him for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to take this baby all the way off. Like, I don't need to have one arm. So you and me, you guys, you can leave one arm in if you want. You can cover up the right while you do the left.
And the first time I did do that because I was a little nervous and a little shy or whatever because I'm like, what's going on? But now it's like,
so is this your second?
I've seen them all. No, this is my fourth.
Oh, geez, because you started at 40, so you are a professional.
I am a pro at it now.
Damn, girl. Damn, Gina.
Yeah. So you just get in there. They have this little machine, and they lift your boobie onto the shelf.
Place it on the shelf. Maybe pull out your armpit fat
and pull it. No, just kidding.
They could with ours. How many babies have you breastfed? Let me guess. 7. No, it's not 7, but thank you for the compliment.
They like have 1 baby, 2 baby, 3, and as far as it stretches it.
There's a little ruler. I see you've birthed a lot of children and breastfed them all. Great job, Mom.
15, huh? Wow.
You guys have to joke about stretchy boobs, like especially if you have stuck boob into your baby's mouth. They get a little stretchy. I always call it, maybe I said this before, but I always call it the snoob, the snail boob, because it's like, it's long enough, it might be small, but it sure is long. Say that's my boobs. And then so like they go down there and you just like you roll them up. I think this is actually one of my friends, Amanda, that used to say this. So you just get it and you just roll it around, just roll it all around and just stick it into your bra. That's called the snoob.
The snoob. I like it.
Yeah.
A snail boob.
Yep. I might have shared it before, but you guys, you can hear that again because it's good. It's good to know that women around you might have snoobs.
Yep.
And
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got a snoob. And mine are like slinkies.
What? Somebody, like a guy walks in right now, wife's watching this. I'm like, what are you watching? Mature-ish what? Did you find these guys on YouTube? Like not the good side of YouTube?
You can.
You know what I mean? You can. Wink. We do not have an OnlyFans. Sorry, guys. Only mature-ish mamas.
Yeah.
Talking about stupid shit all day long. It's real shit, though.
Yeah. Real mature shit.
Yep.
Yep. So they go and they squish you. They go, hold your breath. Boop. Done. Okay. Now turn it this way. And then they squish them this way. And then it's like, take a deep breath in. Hold it.
Hold it. Keep
and
holding.
Let go. Yeah.
My girl, she was doing that. Hold it, keep holding. Now breathe. Now stop breathing. Stop breathing. Now stop breathing. But she was Polish, so she had the cutest accent ever. So she's like, and stop breathing, stop breathing. And I just laugh. I'm like, I just like when you say stop breathing. It's so funny. But for some reason, like it feels like it's kind of hard to stop breathing in that one moment.
Yeah, I know. And it's like the only thing that you have to do, but you're like,
and we do yoga. Like we have controlled breath. Like we do breath work. I'm like, but it's fine.
Breathe now.
And it's literally for a half a second.
It's so true. It's like, you don't want to fail your breathing test.
You don't, and you don't want to have to take 16 titty pictures, not unless you're going to get paid for them.
Yeah, because that's what happens. If you get messed up, then you got to redo it. But
yep.
Yeah,
there it is.
And they're not paying you.
They're not. You're paying them. You're welcome.
Lots of money.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of my appointment. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is going to cost $85. Do you have that on you? Because we can't take a card here. I'm like, no, I don't. Bill me. No. Bill me for that, madame.
Yeah.
Send it to my landlord. He shall pay it. Like what? Oh my gosh. So you've already had 4 tit squishes and now it's just a regular part of your scheduled
maintenance.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Like a oil check. Oil change.
Yeah. I was like, I get an oil check. Like, I think it was $200 last month, but you mean oil change. But either way, it's the same sort of thing, but different, completely different.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep. And so then you leave and then they send you a little thing and then someone calls you and they tell you
what's going on. By the way, Megs is wearing I'm wearing my heart.
I'm wearing my boobs.
Heart boobs.
Where they used to be.
Yep. Right up here in my chin. Mine actually kind of used to look like that too. No, mine never did. I don't think. They were always small. The first one that I had, the first mammogram, was when I was pregnant with Quincy, and we couldn't figure out why my tits were so big.
Oh, so they didn't know you were pregnant yet.
So I was 38. So they were like, they're growing substantially. Let's go. And I got them done. And she's like, your boobs are really, really dense. And you got dense boobs. Do you have dense boobs?
Yep.
Like, is everybody's boob dense, or like there's some just like flat? What
That's
would
a
be
good question. I'd like to know the answer to that.
Like what do theirs have in it that ours? What makes ours more dense, more less denseness? I suppose densosity is different.
Densosity.
It's got to be different. So she's like, and she's like looking at it. She's like, these are really, really dense. I'm like, yeah, well. And she's like, okay, we'll get back to you with the results. They call. Yeah. Still, I don't know I'm pregnant. Like, nope, your boobs are good. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just keep peeing on sticks until I figure out that I'm pregnant at 38 years old. Thanks, bye. That's my first one. And then my second one, I think, like I said, my doctor was, maybe it's because I had just had babies still. So I was still breastfeeding.
Yeah, you can't do it when you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That should get all over the wall.
I kind of actually am interested now. Okay, and just grab your cup. Grab your cup and grab some chocolate. Let's go. Let's make some chocolate milk as quick as we can right here. Catch.
Who needs a little cream for their coffee this morning?
We've got a lactating mom in booth 2. Just kidding it. Yeah, you don't do it when you're lactating. Anywho, I loved breastfeeding. Moving along. So then my second one was, I think that's when it was like, I was 43 or 44, 43, I think, because I just gotten done doing all that stuff.
Exactly. That's
so
perfect.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And then I just got my last one. Similar process, joked around with the nurses, went in, had the tit squish. I always like how they like pull out your armpit fat. They're like, let me get, okay, hold on. Now just try to move. Ugh. And then again, she's like, well, you have super dense boobs. Cool. Go home and we'll call you in a couple days. But this time, second day, 2 days after, she's like, hey, we found some abnormalities. So we're just going to schedule another appointment. And you're like, oh,
like right now I'm coming,
okay,
I'm running.
yeah.
I'm out the door.
Yep. So what time do you want me there this afternoon? That's just, and they're like, we can get you in soon as 2 weeks. And you're like, okay, well, I've never had an abnormality in my boob. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't love the way it sounds, but I'm not going to, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, I've got to wait 2 weeks. So I went through that next 2 weeks and just did my best not to worry. And I think just going through some of the different experiences that we've gone through, I know, and most of us know that, and I think you were the first one that said it to me, like that worry is the thief of joy. I hadn't heard it like that before.
Worry is living in the unknown, in the future unknown, which how can you even live there? You can't.
Right.
So why would you just sit out there and do that? Like you're just time wasting, emotion wasting, and letting the present pass you by.
Yeah. And that's, I'm still quoting your name right below that because there's probably a lot of different thieves of joy, but that's one of them. So was going through my mind. I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry about it. And I did a pretty good job over the course of 2 weeks, just staying busy and doing things. I also did have like one little moment of a breakdown with my husband where we were kind of arguing about other stuff, just like normal, small, Sunday night argument, like about figuring out what you're doing. I don't know, stupid stuff. And I was like, I think that maybe I'm a little bit more feeling a little bit more pressure than I'm letting onto, which then I'm always like, I don't want to speak into it because that's not really supportive either. Right.
Right.
So, we moved beyond it.
And that's a delicate balance when you're feeling something like that, because you don't want to pretend like it's not happening because that's unhealthy, but you don't want to speak into it in a way to give it more power than it actually holds. So I think that finding that, and sometimes you find it in places that you don't know you're going to find it, like having an argument with your husband. And then if you really check in with yourself, you're like, this is what's going on. So let me just say that part of it, Yeah. So good for you.
For sure. And I think part of the recognizing it without giving it power, that's been really supportive for me in any case of worry or, you don't know what's going to happen next. We've been doing a pretty good job at the gym the last couple weeks and going to a lot more yoga classes. So, a yoga flow, a yin class that's reconnecting me to my state of like meditation, and then just doing the sauna too, trying every time I go to the gym to like sit in the sauna for 20 minutes. And instead of grabbing my phone where I would before, I like actually sit, like I'm the girl, like crisscross applesauce. I'm like hands up, like sitting there.
Like it's the 90s.
Yep. Sweating my tits off. Yep. That's what we're doing. Crisscross applesauce. And meditating. And as I meditate, just really visualizing every single cell in my body and the health. And I've had some really cool visualizations over the last couple of weeks.
That's cool.
Like some of it just like health moving down my brain and and I see it like going into every cell and moving and just pushing out anything that's not serving me, anything that's negative, anything that's of lower energy. And I welcome you to come and go. Like I'm not trying to push it away because that which we persist. Like I'm just like, here it is and goodbye. And then I had another one, Megs, where it was like, I don't know if it's the Matrix, but there were lasers and it was like all these lasers going through, like clearing out. And then they would get like faster and faster and faster. And then I would do it like a different degree. So it was like, I was like spinning myself through this like laser cleansing experience.
That's cool.
It makes your 20-minute sauna where you're sweating your boobies off. It makes it go quicker.
Nice.
So, just really focusing on my power to protect and create health within my body and let go of anything, any energy that's there from when I was a child or a baby or years ago, and let it leave my body so that I can be in a space of total health.
Absolutely.
So that's what I did for a couple weeks. Yesterday happened to be my appointment. So this time, and it's something I've recognized with myself, just with all of our different medical battles that we've had, is my ability to step into a place of like joking or jest or trying to create a lighthearted situation, because it doesn't serve me to walk in and be bitchy or fearful or anything, because I don't know what's going to happen next. Like I'm just going to assume that everything, they just did the scans wrong, She didn't get my titty in there right way. That's okay, girl. That's okay. let's just give me a second fill up.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah. So here we go. So I'm kind of just being funny. I go to the little whatever area, not the little, where they give you your pink gown.
Right.
I take myself a little video, a little picture, how good I look. I'm like, oh, girl, look at you. Because I just noticed before, anytime where I'm experiencing challenges, if I can share about it, even though this is opening yourself up a lot, but like on social media, just to talk about that, like here I am at a rescan, kind of sucks to have to do, but I'm going to get out of my comfort zone in order to do that. So go to the room, and first we go to this like new tit squish. So not the tit squish you got to do. So this is like if there were to be a second appointment, right? Where they do like, it's like that times 10. It's like, we're going to do like this, and we're really going to get the boob in here. And we're going to do this angle and this angle and this angle. So there was a lot of don't breathe, keep breathing, now breathe. No, stop breathing in her cute little accent. So, like they said to schedule 2 hours, and I told John, I'm like, I'll be back in an hour. I don't know. They just say to do that, but it's fine. So that probably takes like 45 minutes of all the different angles. I am like basically a Playboy bunny.
Yeah.
At this point. Yep. Because now they're like seeing things that they're having to take additional pictures of. So just doing my best not to get worried. You know, we go back and she's like, the doctor's going to check those, make sure they're good. And then we'll send you in for your ultrasound. I'm like, okay, cool. So now I'm in the waiting room, still just like, everything's great. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Everything is awesome.
I love that movie.
I know.
The Lego movie. Have you guys seen it?
So great.
I could do like a full training on like that movie and all the different positivity and perspective shift that little dude
I know.
has.
It's such a great movie.
Good. And the kids have no idea.
And all the people in it.
Yeah.
There's so many actors.
So many
in it.
actors.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's good.
Anyways.
Anywho, so now they take me back to the ultrasound room, which is freezing AF. So like just, yeah, yes, exactly. I'm like,
That's how mine are too.
yeah, here they are. Like I should always remember, I should know better that when you go to the hospital, like wear extra clothes, like no matter what. And it's not even the hospital, it's the doctor's office, but still freezing, titties out, no blankets. I'm just got my cute little pink sheet. Like, yep.
It's like,
and now I'm like, I will pull out both boobs. I'm like, actually, can you give me a towel or something? Because I'm cold. Freezing. I'm cold. So she's going, and it's a new tech, kind of like how you had your labor and delivery with the training hospital.
Yes.
If you guys don't remember that, she had.
I had learners in my vagina.
they were learning up in there,
yeah,
and watching the whole process.
Yeah, and doing.
Yeah,
my doctor was on the side. They were doing.
And she's like, you're gonna deliver your one and only baby. We're gonna have this student do it. And you're like, excellent.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
He got to break my water.
Okay.
And he didn't do a great job at that. And then he did get to sit there until it was like an actual thing. And then the doctor did come over and help out. So
that's
go back and take a listen if you're wondering more about that one.
Yeah, how to make a baby. Making a baby 101, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
So we have this like learning student who's there, and she's trying to ultrasound, and then this other nurse is like sitting across, and she's like, nope, go back. Nope, it's not that. Nope, it's bigger. No, mark it here. No, all the way there. And I'm just like, and there's no phone, there's no music. And I'm just like, they're like, no, it's bigger than that. No, track that. Okay, all the way from there to there. Now, do you see that? Okay, around that cyst. Now you're going to circle around there. I'm like, okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, is there like an alien in my boob? Like, what the fuck is happening in there? But they're working, and I'm not about to try to be funny or have a conversation at this point. I'm just going to close my eyes and be. And then they move to the other boob because they find something in both boobs. And in this one, they like maneuver around like, no, that looks good. Like, that's just cellulitis, blabbity, hoobity, bloop, bloop, whatever. It's like titty tissue. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, okay, so we're going to send the pictures over. Okay, nope, doctor's answering. Okay, no, she said that's not it. That looks like benign something, but the mark's right below. So then they have to go back through. And now they're like going back through and they're finding it. And they're not really saying much at this point. They're kind of just like, like looking at each other. I'm like, okay. So they finish that one. They've got to message the doctor again. I'm about to piss my pants by this time. So I'm like, there's a bathroom in there. I'm like, can I just go to the bathroom? And I guess the doctor came in the 1 second.
Oh, God.
The 20 seconds that I'm peeing.
Of course.
The fast peer, right? And I come out like, oh, the doctor just left. So she'll be back. So then I sit back down and she comes back in and like, because she does this all day long, and they do a lot of these retests, and they do a lot of all the checkings. So she just comes in, she's like, okay, I'm sure you heard what they're talking about. So you do have a mass in your right boob. So what we're going to do is we need to get a biopsy of it. And I mean, she's talking faster than I talk on any given Sunday. She's like going. She's like, so what we need to do that. We gotta get them at or get a test of it done, a biopsy, and we'll just go in. We're gonna numb you up, and then we're gonna go in. We're gonna take some samples, and we'll send it off, and you'll know in 2 days. All right. Do you want to do that today? Yes or no? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And yes, do I need a driver? Are you cutting me open? And she leaves, and I'm like, and I'm still like, I'm not ready to ask the other ladies questions. Like, hey guys, so does this happen often? You come here often?
Yeah, right.
Is this normal for a second?
Is there a pamphlet I can read real quick on this? Because I'm feeling lost AF.
Yeah. And I know better than to ever like open up the interweb. I won't.
Yeah.
Like, so, plus I didn't have my phone at the time. Now I'm on the edge of the 2 hours. So I told John to be back at 11:45. Now it's like past that. And I'm like still just sitting there. And then they get me like all prepped. They have to take a couple more pictures. They write the doctor like, oh, she just started another procedure. So we're gonna have to wait, which actually made me feel a little better because in the time that I had been there, I know that there were at least 3 that happened. Not that I want for anybody else to have that occur, but it felt like it was more of a normalcy that people were getting biopsies, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's good. I get that.
Yeah. So we're like, wait your 10 minutes. She's going to come back in, and they prep me during this time. So now finally the one like that, not the training nurse, but the other one's like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. And remember guys, we're sharing this with you just so that you have like all the different experience or knowledge, or you can see different sides. Like most people are going to go in and it's going to go like Meg's little squish squish and like my first 2, but this is just reality. It is what it is. So she's like, we're going to do some lidocaine on the boob. It's going to feel like a bee sting maybe or so. And then the doctor is going to stick a needle in. She'll use the ultrasound so she can go through the mass. And then she's going to like make like this clicking noise and take a sample. And she's probably going to take like about 3 samples. And then it's like a teeny tiny incision. We can just use steri strips. We don't even have to stitch you up. Take them off within 5 days. No swim pool for 5 days. She's like, but don't worry. You can go in by Labor Day weekend. She was making sure. I know. She's like, what are you doing this weekend? I was like, I don't know. It's my anniversary. She's like, oh, you can go swimming for it. I was like, oh, perfect. That's great. I can't wait.
That's what we were planning on doing.
That's what we were planning on, a little swim date. Me and John Carroll. You know us. So
we're going to set the pool back.
The backyard pool for sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. So the doctor comes in. She's like, are you ready? And she puts on music. She's talkative. She makes me feel really comfortable. She obviously is doing this all the time. I don't even feel like what she said was going to be the bee sting. She's just like, blah, blah, blah.
Which is a lie, because I just got my butt stung.
Yeah, yours hurt worse than whatever this was. And maybe it was like the distraction, like that she was whatever. And that was just a lidocaine to numb the area. Didn't feel anything except for like a little pressure after that. It was weird. Like I'm watching, because you could close your eyes, one option. But then 2, I'm like a curious Nelly when it comes to hospitals. Yeah. So I'm like watching as like the needle's going through my boob, and she's like, directing it towards the mass. And then she shoots the little shot, and it's like, and it's like, and like this big old needle's like, if it was in slow motion, way quicker than that, through my boob. And she's like, okay, that's number 1. And then she keeps talking about the weekend, what's going on. Okay, there's number 2. Okay, there's number 3. And then she comes out, tapes me up, puts an ice pack on it. And like, just take the rest of the day. Don't do anything, rest, don't lift anything, don't work out, don't shower for a week, or don't get that area wet for like 5 days. And yeah, just rest and ice all day long. So, I leave and I find out we're out of toilet paper, and I go to Costco. I come home and I'm like, I call John, and he's just like, hey, I'm pretty busy. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. I just had a biopsy of my tit done. That's no problem. I'm on my way home, babe. I love you. He called back and gave me a little more attention. Yeah. Took him a second. He doesn't do well with any hospital or sick things at all. He likes to just pretend like they're not there completely. So get home, decide I'm going to go to Costco. You get water, like, the chugs of water, the stuff I shouldn't have been lifting.
All the heaviest things you can buy at Costco.
Yeah. But it's okay because I still have lidocaine up my whole tit. And by the time I get home an hour later and I'm unloading the car, I'm like, I think this was not smart. Like whole thing's like settling in. I'm walking around the house, like just grabbing one tit. Owie. Just like, oh, my boob. Cause you don't want a bra on, but then you don't want it hanging, especially when you have hanging tits. Yeah. It's just too much.
Yeah. That feels like it could be owie both ways.
Yeah. All the directions. So, there we are. Here we are today.
That happened yesterday.
That was yesterday.
I've just had a thought about something that was interesting when you said that John doesn't do well and how he had to just get off the phone. And he probably was busy. I don't think he was getting off the phone because of that. But yeah, how Isn't that interesting? Because my Johnny also is not good at hospital blood stuff. Like he can't, like, especially in the moment for sure. Later on, he can do a little better. But how we as women kind of hold space for that for all the other people in our life.
Yeah.
Like everyone, whoever needs support, even though it's something that you are experiencing, how I just want to acknowledge that how amazing we all are, that we just can handle ourselves, handle what we're doing, handle what we're going through, and then also offer space to support everyone else while we're doing it.
Well, and I think so, yeah, as the patient offering other people support, but also just like as friends, like if if somebody's in a hospital or in a state of need, we're gonna, most of us women are gonna be there to support in any way we can. Like Megs is like, hey girl, this is 9 p.m. the night before. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go to your appointment with me? Like, I'll figure it out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the sweetest little thing in the world. Like, I don't think they bring people back in the titty room with you. So I was like, it's okay. Like, I'm going to be good. But like that sort of thing, like we go, and it's because we're nurturers naturally.
Yeah.
That we're like, I'm going to help and support you. And then the girls and the messages that I'm receiving, just like, how are you? What do you need? How's your heart feeling? We naturally just show up like that.
It's awesome.
You know?
I just want to acknowledge that. Just another way that we're amazing.
We are incredible women. So here we are at the point where now I'm in a waiting game. That was yesterday. And she's like, you might hear back today. I might be here back tomorrow. I might hear back at the end of the week, but I'll hear back this week for sure. And I come home and my mom, she kind of had like a lot going on yesterday morning. And I'm just walking around, I'm just holding my boob up because it hurts. And she's like, oh man, I forgot. She's like, how did it go? And I was like, well, they did find, it was like 2.5 centimeter mass in my right boob, and they had to do a biopsy of it, and we'll hear in a couple days. And she is just like doing her mama best not to lose it. And like you said, in terms of that, like nurturing, I'm like, Mom, here's the thing. Like, it's okay. We don't have to worry. We don't have any results yet. They put a little marker in there where when they find out that it's benign, then every single time I go in for my mammogram from here on out, they're just going to know that there's a little spot. Ignore this dense, weird tissue. We already took some stuff of it, but Megs gave it a name.
Yeah. You said that they were calling it little sesame seed. So it's like a tiny little sesame seed. And I was like, you know what? Let's call it a mustard seed, because faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. So let's move these mountains.
And even with the mountains, like analogy, and
I know.
Like,
I know.
Don't. It's fine. We're not going to cry but what a beautiful sentiment to
and then
have.
we just see this little mustard seed in there.
It's just there. It's just moving.
And then
mountains.
it's your reminder.
Yep.
Of your faith.
And just for the last 24 hours, because literally it's just been 24 hours right now. So I'm in 24 hours of knowing that I do have a mass, that it's 2.5 centimeters, and that we don't know what it is. And I get to sit with that and see how I show up. And what's really interesting for me personally, and I still acknowledge all of the different personal development and gratitude and perspective that I've had over the last decade. And then what we went through with Witten, it's so interesting how instead of showing up maybe in more fear or worry, I feel like I get exponentially stronger so fast. Like so fast, so much more rooted in my faith. Not to say that I haven't been rooted in my faith. I haven't been meditating my clean body for this last however long, and even just in my life. But like, I just feel this strength and power. So one of our friends messaged me last night, and I had already been asleep. Like I went to bed, I laid down with the boys at 7:30. I had a great day. I came home, I rested, I puzzled, I enjoyed time with them. We had a little friend over for a play day. Me and Jace made dinner together. Oh. He's like, Mom, can we meal prep? And I'm like, as long as you do the cooking, and I'll teach you how to cook that and meal prep it. So we had dinner together, and laid down with the boys at 7:30. I was out, like no melatonin, nothing. My body was just like, let's just go to sleep. And then I had to get up to turn like the TV off and like get myself situated. And I only had to wake up one time with the boys, and I slept until almost 6.
That's amazing.
My body was like, here you go. Where like last week I was up at 2 a.m. with my monkey mind, like feeling like it was not even my own brain, having this crazy like level of almost like postpartum worry over I don't even know what. And maybe, but I don't know, because last night, and now that I have confirmed mass, and I'm just like, I feel it just feels different. So our friend sent me a message and I didn't get it last night. Like, I just wanted to check on your heart. Like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How can I support you? And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I think what I'm feeling is peace. And that's really interesting to feel peace in this point. But because of the trauma that we've experienced before, and for any of you who have heard me share about that trauma, I guess I know that God has a plan. Not I guess. I just know that God has a plan. And I want to speak into the positive factor of it. And, he comes back through and there's this benign mass, benign. I always feel like I say it wrong.
No, that's right. Benign. Yeah.
Mass. And then I just have this beautiful little mustard seed that's in there. And just a great like grounding and support and lesson he gave me. But also, if he has something different planned for me in my journey, I know that he's going to support me and my family and our entire unit throughout whatever that is. And that's really fucking hard to sit here in front of you guys to say before I even have actual results. You can share after. Most people wouldn't share about this until after because they don't want to have to share bad news.
Right.
But you guys know me. I'm going to share the news no matter what. So I might as well share with you the authentic feeling that I'm getting as I'm going through it. And I hope that when we air this episode, I get to look back and just be like, oh, look at that strength. And also mustard seed. Yeah. Mustard seed.
I think for anyone, even in a situation similar to this, sharing in these moments is bringing power, and it's bringing such connection for other people and other women who need to hear this part of the journey, because you're right. Everybody talks about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And then they start a new journey. And then whatever that journey is, you're sharing that. But right now, to be in this space, I would imagine has got to be one of the hardest spaces to live in for the next couple of days, no matter what, no matter who you are, where you are, what's going on.
The waiting for test results.
The waiting for test
whatever
results,
it is.
no matter what that result is, no matter what the test is for. So to show up and share right now and share that what you are feeling in this moment is peace, and that can change, and you're welcome to change that at any time that you need to. I love that you are sharing that you have peace, that you have support, and that you're here with it. And the one thing that we got at this in a yoga class one time with Leah, the coolest sentence that she had ever shared, and I just bring it with me all the time, is your power is in your show up. It's not, you cannot control anything else in this world. Not one other thing is controlled by you, but the way that you show up, and that does bring you power.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And it dictates, I love that. It dictates where you're giving your power to, and it just goes back to what you said at the beginning of the episode, that it's like hard to be in a state where you're not going to not even acknowledge it, but acknowledge it with peace and with faith. And during all of Witten's journey, the beginning of his journey, this is interesting. So this morning I'm working on the book, and I happen to be in the chapter about his pre-diagnosis. So it's the one right before we go into the hospital where he get his diagnosis. And it's like our last hurrah as a family. It's all these different things that we did before we knew that he had cancer, and all the experiences that we had. And that's what I'm writing this morning, just happens to be right. And just thinking about how I know what it's like to have that before and that after, and, not to speak into anything negative occurring, but I can recognize I'm going to enjoy my day. I'm going to take my kids to Taekwondo. We're going to go to a little gymnastics class, I think, afterwards. I'm going to snuggle with them and sleep again tonight. And hopefully we have results by tomorrow. But speaking into anything else aside from being present and, acknowledging my reaction of how that's where my power lies is all that I can do right in this moment. And, I don't know. I guess it's just interesting to share that I don't even have more heightened emotions in this point, because I don't have to, because it's now.
Yeah, because there's nothing to be heightened at the moment.
Yeah. So
it's a hard space. Takes a lot of work, but you have the power
and the practice too. And I hope that all of our women who have been joining us so far, and maybe following some of our socials and some of our reels, and trying to look towards finding that positive perspective and letting go of some of that worry and doing our best to heal ourselves and focus on the healing as opposed to something different, and the trust and your faith and your community. Like, I hope that all of that is starting to rub off on you guys, so that when life serves you, didn't we have 2 shit sandwiches earlier?
Yeah, we did.
A shit on shit.
Shit on shit.
When you got a shit on shit, that you're able to grab onto some of those things so that it makes those small moments in between not as unbearable or challenging. And I'm not saying that I'm just like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm not, I don't think like I'm running around like a ray of sunshine, but I am being present and happy in my moments. And I was so excited to record. I'm like, Megs, let's get on. Let's talk about boobs. We got to talk about it. I know we don't even know what's up yet, but like, we're given different things to teach from, and we're going to do this today. And, just doing my best, doing my 4th agreement, being my best, doing my best,
Doing your best.
titty squish.
I love that.
My dad, he's like, because I don't even know when I'm like walking around grabbing my boob. He's like, oh yeah, they just smush those really hard, don't they? They just squish them all over when you're in there. I'm like, oh, Grandpa, I love you so much. I'm like, the squishing, you don't walk around. Your boob doesn't hurt after the squish, you guys.
No.
Not even a little bit. You're
No.
not like, oh, my boobs got squished. No, it was just a little pancake machine real quick.
Yeah, it's really not too bad.
Yeah, I was like, no, Gramps, I don't think it was that, but it probably was the needle that was pounding through my boob yesterday. He's like, oh yeah, and then he was so sweet. I'm like, go outside to get the kids or whatever they were playing out there, and he's like, hey, Cal. I'm like, yeah. He goes, you know what? You don't ever go to the doctors without somebody. I'm your guy. You always just. That's the moment where I'm gonna cry. He's like, you don't ever need to be alone. And I didn't feel alone. I still would have gone by myself. Truthfully, but like, but what a sentiment. He's just like, no,
Yeah.
baby girl, you don't do that. I'll always take you to whatever you need. I'm like, he will. Yeah, his nurturing. He's unlike the other guys. Like, his show up for nurturing is different.
Yeah.
Yep. So here we are. We'll have positive, beautiful news for you guys later. We're gonna be sharing about that's gonna be dynamite.
Yep.
Dynamite. And go get your titty switch. Oh, I still have. Yep, still have my hospital band on.
Sporting that bracelet.
Sporting that. Look down. I'm like, what am I wearing?
Yeah, that's an expensive bracelet you got on there. That's beautiful.
That's when they were starting to do all the other tests. She's like, okay, so there's gonna be some copays for all these. I'm like, I imagine there are gonna be some copays.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Send it to my landlord.
There's your bracelet. Anywho, yeah, send it to my landlord. Get your titty squished. Proactive health.
Absolutely.
That's what we got for you today.
Absolutely. I mean, that's it. There's nothing else to say.
Drop mic.
Boom.
Just kidding. We love you guys. Can't wait to see you next Tuesday.
Love your guts. Love your boobies.
Love your guts. Love your boobies. And like, let's just shout out to all of our warriors, all of our boobie warriors. You guys have been through this times a million, and we just shout you out and love on every single one of you. Yep. Blowing in all over you. We love you guys.
Love your guts.
Love your guts. Bye.
Thanks for joining, and don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share with your friends. Guys, that's how we impact more lives. All right, see you next time.
Let's hear.
I
forgot that cast. The other day, he was playing with his balloon.
Like, what's he doing? Waterfall? Oh.
He literally said to his balloon, I'm going to fuck you up, bro.
Almost just kicked over my titty.
I was like, okay, first of all, where did he hear that?
Segue into today's episode.
Titty. He's like, you can't say that word. You can't say that word.
Kick the titty over.
I said, that's considered a bad word. And little kids shouldn't say that word. And adults really shouldn't say that word